So back, just be your highest self. And, just being yourself, learning how to be yourself is worthiness right there. For one, it's self-acceptance. It's the highest state of love and knowledge. And it's the closest you can get to God. That's learning you. I don't care what text you read. I don't care what book you read. I don't care what you pray to. I don't care whom you pray to. I don't care what you eat. I don't care what you don't drink. I don't care how you consecrate your body. I don't care what kind of therapy you go through. I don't care what kind of anything you do, exercise, yoga, whatever. If you are not being true to self and being yourself and mostly learning how to really be your divine self, you don't know God or Goddess because it's in you. That is proving your worthiness right there. You want to know what holiness is? Be yourself. Begin to look at yourself and honor yourself. And honor yourself first. Don't get me wrong, there are levels and dimensions of how you handle that, where you do put your children first, you do put your husband first, but you are not equipped, or your wife, because I'm always talking from the female perspective, even though I take up for brothers too, but you know what I'm saying. You cannot be your highest self if you are not loving yourself. And learning, we've been taught to prove something. And see, we've been taught to prove something according to their rules, their regulation. When I say they, their, them, I mean the system. I mean the machine that runs all countries and all beings, black, white, green, red, yellow, purple, and blue. Whether they come to realize this or not, we're all being played, kind of, sort of. Bro. Really, we're all being played on different levels, but played just the same. So I say that to say, we must come to a place where we are true to ourselves, and we love ourselves, and we learn that we don't have anything to prove, and we save our warrior spirit for real wars, and not for ego, because it was ego. And it was ego based on a noble cause of the system. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter. It didn't matter who believed this person. It didn't matter what that person was doing. Now, I learned something from it, so I give thanks for that. I learned something about Facebook. I learned something about myself. I learned something about a few other people. I was drawn closer to some of my sisters, some of my goddess power sisters. Love you guys. And I learned a lot about myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what everything is. So let's not be distracted. Let's take the good from the distractions, but let's not be distracted by things that really don't matter. One of those things being who Bishop Eddie Long is screwing. I just don't understand the fascination and or need to keep rehashing this story. We all know what's going on in this stuff. Like, let's rise above this stuff. I saw this movie called Pray the Devil Back to Hell. Powerful movie about the women of Liberia. The Christian and Muslim women of Liberia. And I know some of y'all in the conscious community right now frowning up saying, ew, Christian, ew, Liberia, the Christian and the Muslims. But let me tell you something about these sisters. These sisters did a 2-year peace campaign. And they prayed and they meditated. In my heart of hearts, I don't believe they were powerful because they were praying to Allah or Jesus. I believe they were powerful because they tapped into their goddess power selves, and they decided that they were going to change their country and they were going to liberate themselves, and at doing that they were going to save their children and their husbands, and they did what they had to do. Now the camera's acting up, to make it work. And for that I honor those women. And this is what I'm saying. That's what I want to see us doing. Like, it's easy to be angry. Let me tell you something. All the stuff that they post, all the stuff that they do is to keep us operating in anger. I posted a status message the other day that said they want to keep you in debt, they want to keep you stressed out, they want to keep you frustrated, they want to keep you aggravated, and they do that because what comes with stress, what comes with aggravation, what comes with anger, what comes with pain, I'll tell you what comes with it. Facebook is tripping. Are any of y'all having this problem where your page just keeps reloading like you hit something even though you didn't? I swear they watching me. Hey! I'm not gonna stop now. Okay, I'm sorry. Y'all didn't see that. Was that divine? I don't know. That was a divine FU. Anyway, what I'm saying is, we gotta get to a place. We gotta get to a place where we become effective. I'm gonna stop this. This is gonna be part 2. It's gonna be like 20 parts of this video, but that's cool because it means it'll take less time for me to load it. And it's funny that when I say I'm getting ready to stop the video, that sometimes it starts trying to act like it want to act like I can reach. Look, see, it'll move like it's doing good. I'm close to it, so right now it wants to work, but I can pull it back. Like what the hell is that? Is that my energy? Is that the goddess power? I'm so crock. So anyway, I'm saying that to say it wants me to be close to it. So I'm going to be close for a minute. Let's see if this works. I'm saying that to say we got to get to a place where we take this energy and this power in this season, in this time, and we begin to manifest and create. Let's birth divinity. Those women stopped the war. They stopped the gang war stuff. They stopped it, and they did it in unity, and they did it in love, and guess what? They even did it in peace. They didn't have no guns, they didn't have no knives, they didn't have no bullets. See, I'm not saying that we don't need guns, and we don't need knives, and we don't need bullets. Listen with balance, Mayat. What I'm saying is a lot of times we are not harnessing the power of our energy in collective unity with a mission and a goal for something that is divine, and recognizing how awesome that we are. And that's why I said we must learn to be ourselves. We have been taught that who we are is unimportant and impotent unless we have somebody's degree or somebody's greenback or somebody's whatever house and car and all this stuff. But what I'm telling you is when you learn how to harness the power of divine love, you can change the world. I've seen people do it. You've seen people do it. It's in our history books. We've seen our people do this over and over again. Now, what am I saying? What am I saying? Am I saying don't fight? No, I'm saying learn how to fight effectively. We are not being effective. We're doing na and nothing. We're doing na and nothing. Be yourself. Start with you. Once you begin to change and elevate yourself, you automatically begin to change the whole world because you've already changed yourself and your reaction to it by theory that already changed the world. You know why? Because the one person that you would have cussed out last week that would have cussed you out won't be able to cuss you back out this week because you're not going to be cussing them out because you're going to be centered. We have to get to a place that we understand. What does anger do? It makes you sick in your body. What does stress do? It makes you sick in your body. It makes you sick in your mind. It pulls you out of divinity. It brings you back down to a lower frequency. It makes you hopeless. It makes you helpless. It makes you captive to what they want you to be captive to. And then you know what you do? You start listening to garbage music, and you start eating garbage food, and you start drinking garbage drinks, and you start doing garbage things with yourself, and you start believing the lies about yourself, and you start believing that you can't make it and you can't get ahead, and you start believing that you have something to prove to somebody else. So instead of edifying self and becoming who you really are meant to be in divinity, you become a person that needs to campaign based on their rules to show them that you aren't who they say you are by becoming who they want you to become, without realizing you're becoming what they want you to be. Does that make sense? No. I hope y'all understood me. Okay, I'm going to stop this video, and I'll be back in 2.